What I go on, peeps, what I go on. We're back with the extended, and this is actually for my Patreon, what I go on family. I actually started off, as you know, if you looked at the previous one with the higher power. This is all in the past. The night, be brave and honest. And that we've also got transformation here. We've also got the present, which is orphaned, elder. And we've got behind the mask. And for the future, we have unfinished symphony, hermit, warrior, and new beginnings, which is very appropriate. Anyway, so we got the rider wake here. So I'm going to give them a good shuffle and see what Spirit has to say about what's going on here with these cards, because it's very been interesting so far. So, as we said, it looks like somebody is going through a transformation, but somebody else, it could be somebody else, and it looks like somebody else is behind a mask. And they need to take that mask off and break the chain, because the elders have said that they are sorry for what they did in the past, and they're trying to make it up to you now. But in order for that to happen, you need to transform and take off the mask. So that you can have this new beginning, you need to have to go into hermit mode, because there's an unfinished business here, which if you don't finish that business could be to your detriment. You know, feel the fear, as the warrior says, and do it anyway. Because if you do, you might have that new beginning that you're looking for, that transformation. Anyway, let's see what the cards say. And already we're getting cards coming out. Let's just... Holy Spirit, Holy Angel, thank you for your guidance, protection, and assistance in actually reading the cards for the collective. We need a message in reference to romance today. Please give a message to the collective. Please let them know what's going on with these cards. Okay, so we've got that one, and we've got that one. So let's see what's happening in the past. Okay, let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Oh, so we have Five of Cups. Can you see that this person is looking at the 3 cups in front of them, but they're not looking at the 2 cups behind? You know, they're looking at spilt milk there. They're looking at the spilt cups, but they're not looking what's behind. There's something behind them that they should be looking at. Do you see that? So that's on the bottom of the deck. That's the overall energy. So let's see what's going on here. So someone was juggling, it looks like, in the past, but that's no longer happening. Or they was trying to make a decision between 2. Can you see that? That's 2 of Pentacles. Either juggling or someone was trying to make a decision there. There's been a Tower moment, because they did have their 10 of Pentacles. They were abundant, but looks like there's been a Tower moment. See the Tower moment there? There's 2 people falling from the Tower. What is that telling us? There's been a Tower moment. Now, this is not always a bad card. This is like something's actually blown up in somebody's face, but it sings to new beginnings. I mean, this had to happen for something real to happen, for a new beginning to happen, and that happened in the past. And we've got the 8 of Wands here, which usually talks about messages. It usually talks about delivering some kind of message, or a message that needs to be delivered. It could be one of the 2. So let's just see what goes on from here. So that's in the past. That's actually in the past. So we'll put that down there. We'll be nice and tidy, shall we? There you go. So let's just see what's in the present. As you said, someone's pondering there. Someone's looking at the spilt cups there. They're really upset, it looks like. But they're not seeing the cups behind them, what could be. So let's have a look. Holy Spirits, Holy Angels, beloved, thank you for your guidance, protection, and assistance in reading these cards. Holy Spirit, Holy Angel. There you go. Oh, that might be too much, actually. There's 5 there. There's that one. Oh, there's 5 of them here. Let's see. So we've got someone who's burdened. And this looks like a 9 of Pentacles. Is this a lady? She's looking at her birds. She's looking at her birds there. And she has her 9 of Pentacles. Someone's offered her a cup. Someone's offered her a gift of some kind. Someone's offering her something. It looks like there. But it looks like they might have been left out in the cold. Why do you think that is? Because this is the lovers here. Is that a soulmate? Is that a twin flame? Is that someone they should be with? But they've been left out in the cold. Do you wonder why they've been left out in the cold? Why do you think they've been left out in the cold? Because that's definitely the lovers, and that's in the present. And someone feels very burdened about it. They need to put down this burden. How are they going to put down this burden? Because they need to take off the mask. They need to take off that mask, don't they? They need to take off that mask and feel the fear and do it anyway. Because they never know what the result's going to be. See what I mean? So there could have been a lover there, but they've been left out in the cold. And why do you think they've been left out in the cold? Is it to do with the mask that they're doing? Is there something they need to be telling this lover, this person that they should be with? They wanted to offer the cup to, but they've been left out in the cold. Why have they been left out in the cold, you wonder? Why do you think this person's been left out in the cold? Is there something they should have told them? Do you think that's what it is? Let's see what's happening in the future. Maybe there's good, because it just say new beginnings here. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, thank you for your guidance, protection and assistance and giving us a reading in reference to romance in this card, because it is turning into a romance message, isn't it now? But there you go. There's one dropped on the floor there. So I put that there for the minute because I don't even know what it is. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, thank you for your guidance, protection and assistance in reading these cards for the collective. Please give us a message in reference to romance. Thank you, Spirit. And we've got 4 cards here. Okay, and what's at the bottom? It's the Hermit in reverse. So somebody was in hermit mode, but they're no longer in hermit mode. Have they made a decision? Oh, the Cup's in reverse. And there's been a judgment. Someone's walking away from something because they're looking at their money. They're looking at their penticale. They're looking at their penticale. Why are they looking at their penticale? But this person's no longer in hermit mode. What are they thinking about? You know, because this cup was ultimate love. It was overflowing with love, but it's in reverse. So why is it not in the upright? Did someone have love and they lost it? Did someone actually had love in the palm of their hand? Because you can see, if you turn it upright, you can see this cup is in their hand and it's overflowing. And there's a bird above with a cross. And that person had love in their hands, but it's in reverse. So they've lost that love for some reason. Is it because they've been procrastinating? Or is it because they didn't want to find out if they could have this love still? Because we have judgment here. And this is all to do with new beginnings. There's a judgment here. What is that judgment all about? Have they made a judgment that they think it's too much? They're going to walk away from it because they're thinking about their money and nothing else. Because it says here, look, this is someone who's decided to walk away. You can see. Well, someone's thinking about walking away anyway. This in the dead of night, it looks like. It's in the dead of night. And they're walking away. Is this the actual beginning or is this the end? Who are they walking away from? Is it this queen? Is it this Queen of Pentacles? Is it this this Nine of Pentacles? Because you know, funny enough, the only one that's any close to any king or emperor here is the Page of Cups. I wonder why that is. Because this person's looking at their money. Why are they looking at their money? Are they trying to make a decision? Because it looks as if they're trying to make a decision there. Doesn't it? They've walked away from something because that's the 8 of Cups. Have they walked away from something and they're trying to decide? Or is it they're walking away because of a money situation? I mean, that could bring up all sorts of scenarios. They've definitely walked away and it's definitely to do with money. Do they think that their money's insecure where they are? Because, I mean, if you look at the whole story of this, someone was juggling or someone had to make a decision about money. There was a tarot moment and there was a message sent. What was the message about? Did someone find something out and they've sent a message? Did someone find something out? And the message has been sent. Because somebody's definitely in burden there. Is it because they've got a mask on? I mean, this one's all about transformation. It looks like someone could have sent a message about the fact that they've been transforming, but they've actually found spirit. Is that the message? Is that why this knight has to be brave and honest? They have to be brave and... Oh, look, see? Higher power. It looks like spirit's gotten involved there. Spirit's gotten involved there because this transformation's happened for somebody, and somebody is actually having to make a decision in reference to money. But a tower moment's happened there, and there's a message. There's a message in there somewhere, isn't there? Because somebody's actually burdened. They're burdened because of this 9 of Pentacles. And it looks like a lady who's holding on all to the money. Somebody's offered this lady, the page, who page in actual tarot is an infant who's childish. Normally, it's usually somebody who's childish, somebody who's young at heart, who's offering this cup of love to this lady. But it turns out that they've been left out in the cold. You see? The 5 of Pentacles. But if they look at behind them, they can see a light from the church. It looks like a church, and there's a light in the church, but they've been left out. But there's a light there. There's a light they could have gone to. They could have gone into the church. They could have gone in there and saved themselves. But they look like they've been left out in the cold. And it's to do with lovers. I mean, look. It's to do with the lovers. Is it a love that was lost? They were left out in the cold, and they're thinking that there's a lover that they should have had, and they couldn't have them. They've been left out in the cold by this lover. Is it because they were behind this mask and they're hiding things? Because a mask usually means you're hiding something. What are you hiding? Because there's the 2 of Pentacles there, which is decisions. Did somebody have a decision to make in reference to lovers? Did they have 2 lovers? Did they just decide to offer it? I mean, this is 2 people here. And someone's been left out in the cold. You know, there's 2 people here. Lovers. Someone's been left out in the cold, though. This person has got money. And this Page of Cups has offered his love to this person. But it looks like this person's left them. To me, they're burdened because they've been left out in the cold. They thought this was their lover. But this person's left them out in the cold. There's no more love there. The cup of love is gone. So they're making a judgment. Are they making a judgment to make a new beginning? To walk away? But they're thinking about what's happening with their money? Decisions. You know. But if you decide on that new beginning, maybe there's something new, something good is going to come out of all of this. That's what it looks like. Something good can come out of this. So people... This is all what I have for you. It's been a long one. But, shall we leave with one more message? Shall we do with one more? I think we'll do one more message. And see what Spirit has to say. Because at the bottom is the Hermit in reverse. That's a Virgo. Hermit in reverse is a Virgo. Or, it usually means someone's in deep contemplation. Someone's thinking about what their next move is. Is this about their new beginning? You know, this is what's at the bottom of the desk. This is the overall message. It's the Hermit in reverse. Are they thinking about their money, their new beginning, their career, their romance, their finance? What are they pondering? What are they thinking about? Do they need to come out of that spirit? Because it does say feel the fear and do it anyway. And there's new beginnings here if you choose to take the new beginning. But you have to come out of this undecisive mode because you've lost this cup of love, or you've walked away from this cup of love, and you're considering your finances now. What are you considering about your finances? Because, you know, this is what the cards are saying. And this is definitely a romance message. Decisions, messages, left out in the cold by a lover, walking away. You know, if you've been left out, of course you're walking away, aren't you? You've made a judgment to walk away, but you're still thinking about your Pentacles. And you're in deep contemplation. So let's see what Spirit has to say. If there's a message from Spirit. This is the last thing I'm going to do now because this is going on too long. This is definitely a message for some of the collective. It could be all of the collective. I mean, especially, you know, the lovers is a soulmate. Isn't it? It's a soulmate or a twin flame. It looks like. Have you been left out in the cold? Is there a chance that you could go back to that? Or is it that you've been left out in the cold by one person, but you should really be thinking about somebody else? I don't know. I'm looking at these cards because definitely there's a decision there or a choice to be made. Or you were juggling. You were juggling. But there's been a tower moment. There's been a tower moment. Something's happened and it's blown up in your face. Something's blown up in somebody's face. And two people are falling, a man and a woman. Are they no more? Does that person need to send a message? Are they burdened about the situation though? Because somebody with the Nine of Pentacles is abundant, who has the money. And should they be, I mean, you could look at it another way. You could look at it as they should be actually they should be actually offering their cup of love to somebody, but they're feeling left out in the cold because they really want this lover. They want the lovers. And at the moment, they're not feeling the love. And there's a judgment to be made. Should they walk away? Should they think about their money? They're pondering this one with the Hermit card. They're pondering. So anyway, Holy Spirits, Holy Angels. There's a card gone out there already. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. Thank you for your guidance, protection and assistance in giving this message to the collective. Please let the collective know about their romance. Please let the collective know what's going on, Spirit. Thank you for your guidance, protection and assistance in giving this message. I'm going to draw one more card. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Let's have a look. Let's draw one more card. So we've got two cards here. Because if I carry on, it's going to go on forever. So, we've got a father's love. Didn't we talk about father, grandfather, children? We've talked about grandparents, parents, children, didn't we? And a father's love's come out. A father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable, in that it can be tapped into at any time for whatever reason. Whether your father is still here or has passed, a father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will experience. That's interesting. And the second card is choices. There you go. There you go. Choices. Juggling. Decisions. When you accept responsibility for your life and the choices you make, you begin to tap into the power of your own spirit. You'll be able to listen to and appreciate the intuition wisdom that's inside you and apply it positively and constructively to your outside world. You see, those are the two messages that came out. Choices. Feel the fear and feel it anyway. And this is all about your ancestors. So here's the one about choice. I didn't show you that picture. Someone's thinking in deep thought there. There's a door that's opening there. And what is that door all about? Is there a choice that you've made? And you need to walk through that door to get to your new beginning, to the choices in your life. Feel the fear of going through that door and do it anyway. This says to me about awakening as well. Is that somebody opened the door because that's a bright light. And that usually talks to the divine. The divine shining a bright light on you, showing you your choices, showing you which way you should be going. Go through the door. Do it. Feel the fear anyway. Do it. And the father's love. Should we read the father's love? Because that's interesting. I think that one's interesting. So we read this and then we'll wrap it up here. So, the father's love. A father's love. Let's see. Okay. A father's love is reaching out to you in support. By selecting this card, it's signifying your need for strength and support. The love of a father or a father figure offers great strength, but even if your father has passed, his influence, support and love remains eternal. Just as important, spirit can wrap his or their arms of love around you when you most need it. Even if your father is still here, his love, no matter how many miles you're apart, can be felt. The beauty of a father's love is that no matter what the circumstances, his love is unwavering and compassionate, forgiving, purposeful and full of energy and strength. Whenever you feel alone or lost, whenever you feel misguided or lacking in confidence, just stop for a moment and let the love of your father or father figure give you the comfort of guidance that you need. And that all ties into your ancestry, doesn't it? That was a lot. That was a lot. I think I need to read the choices one as well. Spirit's telling me to read the choices one. And then we're going to have to wrap it up because it's too much. Choices. Let's have a look at that one because that's a deep one as well. This card will act as a mantra to help you focus and bring clarity to a potently important choice that you may need to make. Let this card help you refocus your scattered thoughts and energies. Let me show it to you because you need to see the card as I'm saying this. Okay. Let this card help you refocus your scattered thoughts and energies and bring you back to a place where the sheer number of options don't seem so overwhelming. Choices need to be made, and the more time you take in making these vital decisions, the longer it will before you can achieve your goals in the physical material world. All the choices you've already made in your life have brought you to this point. So the spirit world is helping you now to stop, analyze and assess the various options before you and how each might affect the outcome. By making better, smarter, carefully considered decisions and choices, you'll no longer be a victim of circumstances, but have the power and ability to change your outcome. Acknowledge the signs and follow those intuitive nudges to help you make the right choice. Making the right decision today has more purpose and validity than one made on a whim or in desperation. So, really think about your choices. Take the leap. You know, this is all about transformation, choices, taking off the mask, and new beginnings. As we can see, it all ties in together. Stop pondering, because the Hermit's in reverse. You know, the Hermit's upright is pondering, but the Hermit in reverse, you really need to make some decisions now. You know, have you made decisions? Have you made that choice? Are you going to go through that door and go through the light? And you're going to go towards the light for that new beginning, for that new choice, that decision that you've made. Are you going to go to the light? Spirit's talking to me today. Spirit's talking to me today. They're saying, and this is meant to be for romance. So it's specifically to do with romance, isn't it? Feel the fear and do it anyway. Take off the mask. Stop the juggling. Stop being indecisive. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Walk through that door. You never know. All you can get is the answer no, and then you move on. You get either a yes or a no, and move on. That's it. So, on that note, Watagwan family, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, become a member. This is on Patreon. I might put it on YouTube at some point, but I'm not sure when. But this is Valerie's Naturals Oracles. I'm also on YouTube as Valerie's Naturals Oracles. And there's not only the oracles and all the tarots that I've on there, there's going to be stuff about discussions about awakenings and anything to do with the awakening process, to do with the tarot cards, to do with your chakras. It'll all be there. I mean, I'm working on it, but it's a lot. So please come and join the Watagwan family and big up yourself. And please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe wherever you see this message, okay? Take care now. Bye-bye and Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.